wisdom,
prudentia,
justice,
justitia,
temperance,
temperantia,
courage.
fortitudo.
Applying ancient philosophy to modern life, this is the Sunday Stoic.
Hello, and thank you for joining me again on the Sunday Stoic. Steve has been generous enough to share his stage with a few listeners like me and the guest contributors over the past 10 weeks. My name is Jayce Basques. In the Bhagavad Gita, a prince named Arjuna is confiding in his charioteer prior to a battle against his own family. He is expressing his desperation over the moral dilemma of being a warrior. His calm charioteer guides him to consider that this is the place divine providence has found him and exposes him to the concept of dharma. Dharma has many translations, but a common thread is one's place in the world, or the natural order of things. These are fine and good, but a bit too abstract for most of us to care to grasp. So we can reduce this down further to duty or to work. Now, I'm leaving out some major plot points intentionally because this epic poem is a philosophical tour de force. I recommend the Eknath Eswaran, and I apologize for my pronunciation, translation as a modern-day interpretation. If you are allergic to religious text, take this as a personal exercise. Eat the fruit, spit out the seeds. So then, what is our place in the world? What is our work? Philosophy is not a vocation, it is a greasing of the gears. Emerson and Thoreau have both cited the Gita in their own works. In Self-Reliance, Emerson states, "The prayer of the farmer kneeling in his field to weed it, the prayer of the rower kneeling with the stroke of his oar, are both true prayers heard throughout nature." We all have natural roles within our life, society, and the universe. I had pitched Steve on this topic of what it is to be a good man and focused on what it is instead to be good at being a man. So this applies to any and all identities, regardless of biology or title. What it is to be good at being a man, woman, person, husband, wife, partner, son, daughter, parent, doctor, senator, human being, etc. I can only speak to what I know. The societal climate is a call to action to each and every one of us. For our purposes, I am addressing men and people who identify with the masculine. I personally know people with and without Y chromosomes who embody the qualities of extraordinary men. This isn't about biology or patriarchal gender roles. This is a crucial conversation, and we have become confused about our North Star. We speak of men through the lens of toxicity and impotence and nothing in between. So what incentive does a person or child have to choose to not only become a good man, but be good at being a man? If we vilify a mantle of leadership and maturity entirely, we miss out on an opportunity to progress civilization toward a safer, more just, and equitable state of being. We see selfishness, vanity, self-pity, violence, exploitation, and objectification of women, children, and other men. Males stay stagnant and childish because there is no incentive to master one's own dharma as selfless service and to fight for those whose voices are silenced. To be a Stoic is to be good at being a man, if identifying as one is your true nature. To be a Stoic is to selflessly be true to the qualities of your identity in a way that serves the greatest good. This isn't about handing our identity to society to dictate some safe, sanitized version of a good employee, but rather to chart a course as a rugged, self-reliant character that shows strength in light of adversity. Watch a post-game interview with quarterbacks such as Tom Brady or Russell Wilson to see this in action. They never blame, never complain. When things fall apart, they take responsibility. When there is glory, they direct the limelight toward their teammates. George Washington's favorite play was Cato, the 1713 drama by Joseph Addison. So much so that he had it performed for his troops as inspiration. As we know, athletes and the Founding Fathers are problematic as fallible human beings. The Stoics know that there are no sages, but we can take slivers of heroism and inject them into our every motivation. Stoic virtue, if viewed through the lens of being a steadfast leader, is no different than that of being good at being a man, woman, or citizen. Justice, virtue, wisdom, and temperance. We can also add to this list physical and mental resilience, bravery, reliability, and capability. People with masculine, feminine, and neutral identifications can embody these qualities, but now more than ever, we need those of us who identify with being masculine to embrace being good at being a man. Through this, we can pass on virtue to the next generation. What we are talking about is the dynamic of being an adult, being able to protect, provide, and lead. In this case, the opposite of manly isn't womanly. The opposite of manly is childish. So where can we go from here? Build strength through temperance, physical fitness, and taking emotional challenges head on. Take cold showers, walk more. These small stressors build strong systems. Be brave. Procrastination is the want of bravery. Be reliable. The real men I know are the kind of people that if I were to call them at 3 a.m. from an airport needing a ride, they would be there. They may not be happy about it, but they'd be there nonetheless. On the other hand, I know grown boys that could have a 3-week heads up for a 1 p.m. pickup at the airport and still not show up. And finally, be capable. Always have a hobby and be a lifelong learner, as we are doing today. If you are a man or identify with your masculinity, the reward of Stoic virtue is a positive feedback loop. If this is your dharma, in essence, your place in the world, your romantic partners, family, community, and vocation will benefit from your efforts to be good at being a man. I can confess that I have at times been misanthropic and bitter. That the pressure to be a good man can feel like a burden or a quality to be ashamed of. In turn, we've ended up with that spectrum of misogyny and impotence and very few people in between. You can identify with your place in the world and do so in a way that serves the entire planet. We need more good men in the world to right the wrongs of those who have committed injustices to people, plants, animals, and our planet. If that is you, we need you more than ever. Thank you again, Steve, for allowing me to speak today. Please feel free to reach out to me via email. My address is jayce@basqu.es. That's JAYCE@basqu.es. I welcome your comments and discussion. And until next time, as Steve always says, carpe diem.